Imagine you can find your competitors' keywords, copy those keywords into your own listing, and then start generating sales. Yes, that is actually possible. In part 1 of this video, where we talked about Helium 10's X-ray, so many of you loved the video and commented that you wanted a part 2. So this is the part 2. We're going to be talking about Cerebro. So let's get started. Now, if you have no idea what Helium 10 is, let me just briefly explain. Helium 10 is one of arguably maybe the most utilized tool for Amazon sellers. As an Amazon seller, you need a tool to assist you with identifying data. Primarily, Helium 10 is used for product research, but has a whole suite of tools to help and assist you during your Amazon seller journey. In part 1 of this video, if you haven't seen it, we'll link it somewhere right here on the screen so that you can go ahead and check it out. We talked about X-ray and how you can utilize X-ray to identify valuable information on the Amazon platform. Now we're going to be talking about Cerebro. If you do not have a Helium 10 subscription and you're looking for a discount, we have a great discount as Amazon Sellers Society. Thank you so much for Helium 10 for giving us this great discount. You'll find all of the details linked in the description box of this video. Oh, by the way, so you can utilize Cerebro if you are just simply launching a brand new product on Amazon, or if you are currently an Amazon seller, you could also utilize the data. But for the purposes of this video and to keep it simple, I'm just going to focus on just anyone that wants to launch a new product. So if you are going to launch a new product, watch the video. I'm on the Amazon website right now, amazon.ae. So I'm gonna actually utilize these products like fake plants or artificial plants, artificial trees as an example. I love selling home decor on Amazon, specifically home and home decor, home items, specifically on Amazon UAE because they tend to have so much demand. Now, the first step number 1 is to identify your competitors. Now, your competitors can't just be the top sellers. Of course, they have to be selling very well. But the idea of a competitor is the competitor has to be selling something extremely close in design and functionality to whatever product you intend to sell. The second thing is, if you do have Helium 10 downloaded on your Chrome extension, as you can see, I can clearly see the BSRs. I can even click on load the 30-day sales data so that I can not only identify sellers that have products that look very similar to mine, but also sellers that are selling very well. What I would need to do is to copy the ASIN. And again, if you have Helium 10, you just need to click on this. And then I would need to add it into Cerebro. As you can see here, I've added 4 different ASINs and then I've clicked on Get Keywords. Step number 2, filter. So now that Cerebro has given me all of those keywords, as you can see, I've gotten 610 keywords from these 4 different ASINs. That's a lot of keywords for you to sift through. Ideally, you want to utilize the filters in order to reduce down the keywords. Let me click on Show Filters. There are, as you can see, a lot of filters. The main 2 things that you would want to focus on are the search volume and the Cerebro IQ score. The search volume is quite simply the amount of searches that potential customers are doing on a monthly basis on average. The lower the search volume, the lower the demand for the product. The Cerebro IQ score is quite an interesting number. And by the way, if you hover your mouse on the icon, you will always understand, you'll read the pop-up and you'll understand what this basically means. The Cerebro IQ score basically takes into consideration the amount of search volume versus the amount of competing products, like how many products you would be competing against. The higher the Cerebro score, the better the product is, or rather the better the keyword is. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to touch these filters. I'm just going to keep them as is, but I would highly recommend that you at least utilize the search volume filter and put a minimum of about 300 searches if you're selling on Amazon UAE. Step 2, extract. Now we want to look at the keywords that have the highest search volume versus, you can look at the Cerebro IQ score, of course, but the main two things, I want to look at the highest search volume keyword versus how many competing products. Remember, you are currently in the launch process. So just selecting the keywords that have the highest search volume might not always be the right strategy because you might be competing against a lot of other sellers. As an example here, home decor, which is a very broad keyword, of course, has 1,675 search volume. Broad keywords sometimes are difficult to get conversion on because they're just broad. Somebody typing in home decor might be looking for a candle, but you're selling an artificial tree. However, you're competing against 40,000 products. Keep watching, more on this later on. But for the keyword artificial plant, which is a little bit more of an exact keyword, which is gonna get you more conversions anyways, has 974 search volume, which is much lower, but has also 30,000 products competing. Now, from the idea of a keyword, as you can see, the Cerebro score here is 42 versus 32, which basically means the home decor keyword is much better than the artificial plant according to the data. But also you need to use common sense to try to analyze this information as well. Now, one thing to talk about is 40,000 products. That's a lot of products, but I do want you to remember, specifically if you're selling in the UAE, that Amazon does also show a lot of internationally sold products. Let me show you. So I'm going to click here in order to go to Amazon and search under the keyword artificial plants. And as you can see, when we're here, we see 30,000 products under the keyword artificial plant. But by simply clicking on ships from the UAE, it goes down to 7,000. The rest are being sold internationally. Yes, they are still competitors, but as we all know, most customers would rather purchase locally because the product will arrive almost in the same day, 24 hours. Also, if you are doing FBA, you can also click on fulfilled by Amazon, and that's going to even reduce down. It's going to also slash 6,000 other products. So essentially, you're competing against 6,000 products and not 30,000. Step number 4. Now that you have identified keywords, by the way, if you're selling on Amazon UAE, you're potentially just looking for about 5 all the way up to maximum 15 keywords. Those are going to be your primary high search volume, good keywords. So once you have identified those keywords, what are you going to do with those keywords? Number 1, you want to add them into your title. Remember, your title is your most SEO optimized part of your listing. Not only do customers see your title, but also Amazon sees your title, the Amazon algorithm. So make sure you utilize your top keywords in that title. Number 2, your bullet points, also better known as key features on Amazon. You could also weave in those keywords, maybe all of the keywords, not necessarily just the top ranked keywords, but also utilize broad keywords, for example, right here in the bullet points. Again, those bullet points, customers read them, but we're adding those keywords for the Amazon algorithm. And number 3, why not create a manual campaign? So you can create an advertising campaign and target these exact keywords, of course, taking into consideration that ads sometimes might not convert. So here you're going to be spending some money. So take that into consideration if you're okay to do so. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comments section below. Like this video so that you can help and support us grow the channel and support more and more sellers in the Middle East. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.